Looking to make a lasting impression at your next fancy dinner gathering? Well, get ready, because we've got just the thing. Roast beef tenderloin is the timeless choice for a special centerpiece dish. And the best part is both the tenderloin as well as the red wine sauce can be prepared a day in advance. If you're roasting and serving your beef tenderloin the same day, preheat your oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit with the rack in the center of the oven. Before you proceed any further, make sure your tenderloin has been resting at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours. Ask your butcher for an even 2 pounds cut, which will ensure even roasting. Pat dry your room temperature tenderloin with paper towels. Then tie it with kitchen twine, as this will help with better heat distribution and therefore even cooking. And there are 2 ways of tying, and the first method is using 12-inch lengths of kitchen twine. Tie a loose knot around one end of the meat and pull until snug to make an anchor knot. Pull a length of twine away from the anchor to create a large loop. Loop the string around your left hand and pull that loop over your tenderloin. Pull more twine to create a third loop and secure it 1 inch from the second knot. Continue tying the roast crosswise at 1-inch intervals until it is evenly tied. Repeat the loops, keeping them 1 inch apart and tightening each loop. Tie off the end and cut the excess string. The second method is to tie individual strings. Lay out about 6 to 8 individual strings 1 inch apart. Place the tenderloin over your strings and tie each string tightly around it. Your roast beef will be beautifully uniform in shape as well as succulent and juicy if you follow these steps for how to tie beef tenderloin before roasting. Set aside while you're preparing your herb garlic rub. And always wash your hands as often as needed when working with raw meats. Use fresh rosemary and thyme. Pull the thyme leaves and the rosemary leaves off a few sprigs and chop them thinly. Set aside 1 teaspoon for the red wine sauce that we will prepare later. Use 4 garlic cloves. Peel them and mince them very thinly. Combine your minced garlic with your herbs and add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Transfer the beef tenderloin to an oven-safe roasting pan or a skillet and rub your garlic herb mixture all over it. Drizzle with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and coat all over, turning your tenderloin around. For that extra special note of flavor, take some sage leaves and tuck them under each string. Now, very important note, if you're preparing your tenderloin a day in advance, this is the point when you can store it in an airtight container and place it in the fridge. And on the big day, take it out of the fridge 1 to 2 hours before roasting it in the oven. Roast in a preheated oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit for 22 minutes for medium rare, 25 minutes for medium, and 30 minutes for well done. My preference is medium, however my family loves well done, so this one is for them. You choose what you prefer. Meanwhile, we're going to make the mushroom red wine sauce, which will take this dish to another level of elegance and flavor. Let's do some quick prep work. Use 14 to 16 ounces of mushrooms. I love cremini, but button or even shiitake mushrooms will work perfect. Slice your mushrooms thickly and set them aside. Thinly slice 2 small shallots and mince 2 garlic cloves. Set them aside. Our beef tenderloin is ready and it's perfectly roasted. Carefully take it out of the oven and remember it's piping hot, so use your oven-safe mittens. Don't try to grab that handle. Loosely cover it with foil and let it rest at room temperature for 15 to 20 minutes. Do not attempt to slice it now. Allow all of those amazing juices to evenly distribute. Place a large heavy skillet over medium-high heat. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. Then add your sliced mushrooms and onion and saute together, stirring frequently for 5 to 7 minutes or until your onions are soft and mushrooms are lightly browned. Just like that. Add the minced garlic and saute for 30 seconds, stirring frequently not to burn the garlic. Then add the chopped herbs that you've set aside earlier, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of salt. Saute together for 1 minute until fragrant, then transfer your mushrooms mixture to a separate bowl. Into the same pan, add 1 to 1.5 cups of wine. A ruby port is a perfect choice. And scrape the bottom to deglaze. Continue cooking until most of the wine has evaporated, roughly 2 to 4 minutes. Stir in 1 cup of heavy cream. Oh, I am in love with this color. And add your mushrooms. Bring back to a boil, then reduce the heat and simmer about for 2 to 3 minutes, or until the sauce reaches desired thickness. Add some sage leaves in there for that extra aroma. Our tenderloin has been resting at room temperature and now it's time to assemble everything. Make sure you cut the strings and remove them all and discard. Carve the tenderloin into 1/2 to 1 inch thick slices. I absolutely love how perfectly cooked this tenderloin is. Look at this. It comes out so flavorful, tender, and juicy. The sage, the rosemary, the thyme, this is my favorite trio herb combo. Together they give divine flavor to any meat you're preparing. Arrange it simply on a platter and spoon that delicious mushroom sauce. Follow your creative instincts and decorate it with the same herbs you used. With this easy and incredible mouth-watering roasted beef tenderloin recipe, you'll have everything you need for any special occasion. And remember, it's always best when it's homemade. Enjoy. See you next time.